Hello, my name is Mike Pfaff, and this is my YouTube channel, Living in the Illusion. Now, as usual, we have on our board the model that we used for our last video. And like usually, we proceed from this into another understanding of the illusion. So, this is what we talked about last time. And as a review, we will look at this just for a few moments, because I've added a little bit. And here's what we talked about: how to change your lens of perception. And in the diagram, we had this lens of perception, and we had the result of what you filter out of the everything, the energy out here, the infinite field of everything, to create your world. So you're the creator of your world. And how your world is dependent on your lens of perception. And so if you wanted to find out what was in this infinite field, you have to change your lens of perception. And we ask this question: who does not have a lens of perception? And I concluded, a child. A child has no or very little lens of perception. An infant has even less. And to have a lens of perception, you need a belief system. So your lens of perception is developed through your belief system. And your belief system is developed the way it is because of life experiences that you have interpreted. And life experiences are gone, because all you have is the present moment. And what you have of the past, which is your belief system, are memories. And you are the creator of your memories. Therefore, you are the creator of the world that you believe you're living in. So this is the only thing I changed in our little model, is your world. Because before I said, you create me in your world. I do not exist except how you create me. Why? Because it's your world. It's the only world you know. And this is the only me you know as an interpretation through your lens of perception. Now, what did I add? Everything in your life is your interpretation. Your significant other, your house, your dog, your job, your kids, you see them different than they are out here in this infinite field in which they are embedded. You're the creator of your world. And if you want a different world, you can have it. All you have to do is change your belief system, which means you have to heal what does not exist. Your memories of the past. And now, on to another adventure. And this is our subject for today. Oh, and it's going to have to use your imagination more than usual. But let me tell you what the topic is. It's amazing how perfectly your world fits you. And that's our subject. And this is what we talked about here, what I left from the last video. Your world. And I left this here because it's always here. And that's the infinite field of everything. So, this world fits you perfectly based upon your belief system. Now let's see what we can find out here. Notice again, everything in your world is the way it is because you're the way you are. Now we're going to take some scientific facts. I like to use those on occasion, and I'll reference them because I don't make them up. I do interpret them differently than most, but I don't make them up. So let's look at some of the things that science and physics has told us. And we're going to start with number one, and you'll see it up here. The subconscious brain operates 24/7 and at 400 billion bits of data per second. It never stops and tracks and records all done and not done thoughts, words, etc. So that part of you is recording everything. Everything is there. Everything is in the infinite field. Often things we're not aware of. Oh, there's things going on that in the background that we are consciously unaware of. And how fast are they going on? 400 billion bits of data per second. Now, another fact, and you'll see the reference if you go to the description, video description. You can look those references up. And now another one. According to current research, a conscious mind can process information at the rate roughly 10 to 50 bits per second, meaning it can only actively handle a very limited amount of information at any time compared to the much larger processing capability of the subconscious mind. So we got the subconscious mind, or the deeper mind, operating at billions, 400 billions bits of data per second. Woo! Just whoosh, woo! Faster than a speeding bullet. And then we got the conscious mind, and I've done this before, so I'll emphasize it. The slow, conscious mind operating maximum. Some information I see says maximum is 100 bits per second, which is a little different than what I'm quoting here. Either way, the subconscious mind is operating in the background billions faster than the conscious, slow mind is operating. But what do you believe? The only thing you know. Until you watch this channel, the slow, conscious mind that creates your world. Isn't that interesting? Now, another interesting fact, and you might be aware of this because it's pretty well known, but I'm going to put it up here again. According to many philosophical and scientific perspectives, yes, everyone and everything in the universe is interconnected, meaning that all life and non-life things are linked and affect each other through the web of relationship which acts in one part of the system and ripples through the others. This concept is often referred to as interdependence. So when you create your world, the whole universe changes. Everything changes because everything is interconnected. You cannot make a move without the whole universe readjusting and rebalancing itself. So let's just take a look at those three. The subconscious mind operates billions of bits of data per second. The conscious mind that you're aware of operates at maximum 100 bits per second. Subconscious mind, whoo, faster than a speeding bullet. The slow conscious mind, moving very slow and can never keep up with what's going on in the subconscious mind. It has no idea what's going on in the subconscious mind. Now your senses, to make this, you're taking sense information. I didn't reference it. I'll try to remember to reference it. But it operates, it brings data into the system from out here in the infinite. This data coming through the senses, you take all of the sense information together, and it's 11 million bits of data per second. 11 million. Most of it visual. So now we got all of this going on in the background. So I want you to remember, you're creating this the way it is. And you're creating it. Now this is going to be interesting. So I'm going to take this off here. I want you to remember, though, that you're creating your world. So let us kind of look at subconscious, mind, big. I'm going to draw like this. Make believe this is big. Not as big as the field that we're embedded in, but this is big. It carries all your memories, every thought you have, every experience you had. This is all carried in here and becomes part of your belief system. So I want to get to the idea, it's big. Oh, maybe you get the idea. Now, we have input from the senses. From senses. Not as big compared to this. Because this is through your lens of perception. This is taking in all of your input data, and it is comparing it to its banks of information, of experience, of memories. Right here, to create the world that you have. And once you create that world, then we have, I don't know if you can see it, this little, I'll put a circle around it. I'll put a red circle so you can remember. In that red circle is what your conscious mind knows. In this little circle is what you're telling yourself. Is what's in this little circle. You're saying, oh, I know everything that's out there. I know my world, and I know it's all out here, and there's no, there is an objective world out here, and you know nothing. The conscious mind knows nothing of this that is going on behind. So this is out in front. Oh, I know this consciously. In the background, your subconscious mind is running the ship. You believe it's your conscious mind. I make conscious decisions. I have free will. I'm doing all of this stuff. I'm very important. You don't recognize this conscious mind is being played out on the screen, on the background of the subconscious. You think this is all there is. No, this is nothing compared to what's going on behind. You believe this is all, this little dot. And that's why in philosophy a lot of times they say, we think that we're the ripple. We're very important. We're the ripple on the ocean. We stand up and we are different because we're a ripple. And we forget we're the part of the ocean. We are the ocean. It is the background ocean that causes this to be the way it is. We think, oh no, this is separate from this. It's not. This is an outgrowth of this. This is, and I've used this before, this. See, our conscious mind comes into being like an apple on an apple tree. This is the apple tree. This is where everything happens. This is a bloom, a very small bloom of what comes out of what's behind you. What comes out of what's behind you. And now while you have concentrated on those other three things, subconscious mind operates billions of times faster than the low conscious mind. The conscious mind is very slow and knows very little and cannot keep up with the speed of the processing of the subconscious mind. Has no idea what it is until the subconscious mind tells the conscious mind. In other words, the conscious mind observes the world that you created through this process, through the subconscious mind and your lens of perception and the outside energy field. It's all going on in the background, way outside of your conscious awareness. But in the egoic world, oh, I'm conscious, I have consciousness, I have awareness, you got nothing. There's no awareness here. It's only a reflection of this. Now I'm going to talk about another thing, another scientific fact, and you can look it up, and I've seen it in many different areas now, and it's becoming quite well known, but you might not know it. So here's what it says. According to research the time between a subconscious decision and becoming aware of it can range from a few hundredths of a millisecond to several seconds, with some studies suggesting or showing brain activity predicting a choice up to 10 seconds before a person consciously reports making the decision. Now, this is, if you look at, I can't think of it right now. I think it's Institute of Noetic Science. Dean Rayburn, I think it's Rayburn. There's all kinds of studies on it, and different places too. I just happen to remember that one. What is it saying? Your subconscious mind makes the decision whether you're going to turn left, whether you're going to turn right, whether you're going to put your foot on the gas, whether you're not going to put your foot on the gas, whether you're going to step on the brake. If you're going to call that other person that you are so fond of, or you're not going to call. The decision is made first in the subconscious mind, looking at all of the facts, all of the information that's available from the input to the memories of past events, makes the decision before. That's the point I want to make. The decision is made here before your low conscious mind tells you what the decision is. It's already made. And then you turn left or you turn right. But the decision is made here, not here. This is a reflection of what you're doing here. But you believe, oh no, I make decisions. I make all my decisions, and they're very logical, and they're very scientific, and they're very rational. No, you make them here. You make them in the subconscious mind. And then your conscious mind tells you why this was such a good decision at the time you made it. Now, when your conscious mind is talking to you, who's it talking to? When your conscious mind informs you of the decision, who is it informing? Oh, there's much to talk about here in the illusion. Now, I was going to say, we're having a little green tea with mint today. It's kind of early as I'm making this video, and this kind of fits in very well. Of course, I decided to have green tea and mint before I knew I was going to have green tea and mint. So, what is the course? Oh, yeah, another thing I wanted to point out. Your world, in your world, because everything is interconnected, you're the center of the cosmos. You are the center of everything that is going on, because everything is interconnected, and you're the center. Everything is going on around you, and you are dancing. You are dancing with infinite field of everything. Here is a funny point. I am also the center of the cosmos, and I am dancing, and everything is evolving around me. Why? Because every decision I make, the whole universe readjusts itself to accommodate my decision made in the subconscious mind. And when you make a decision, which is made in the subconscious mind, the universe ripples. And therefore I ripple to some degree at some level. See, there are different levels. This is an unknown, subconscious, or unconscious. This is what you think you know consciously. All of this is embedded in this everything, this all, this consciousness. You, at all levels, are dancing with this infinite field. But in the egoic world, because that's where we're at right now, in the egoic world, you think, oh no, I'm making decisions, I don't even recognize that. We can't prove that there is consciousness, but I know I'm conscious and I'm aware. You're only aware through the subconscious. The subconscious is in connection with the infinite field. And your decision that you think you're making is made seconds or maybe days before you're made aware of it. Oh, there's so much to talk about here in the illusion. So I'm going to point out two this time, two facts or statements in A Course in Miracles. And the first one is this: everything is an idea. Everything is an idea. There's nothing physical. Everything is an idea, and you can't lose an idea. The idea does not leave the thinker who thought the fact, who thought the idea. And we had another video on instruments, that the instrument is a reflection of the thoughts of the instrument maker. So the instrument, what we think reflects what's out here, doesn't. It reflects what the instrument maker or the instrument designer feels is right. So you never see what's out here with an instrument. You only see with the instrument what the instrument designer has put into the instrument. It can be very helpful. So everything is an idea. Now the next thing, once you have developed a thought, an idea, a thought system of any kind, you live by it and you teach it. And that's what I'm doing. And that's what you do. I have a certain way of looking at the world, and I'm presenting it to you. What do you think? And you're saying yay or nay. And some people say yay very nicely. And other people say nay, oh, not so nicely. Because their belief system is out of phase with my model. I'm suggesting consciousness out here is primary. Through that, the subconscious mind makes the decisions of what you are aware of later, but believe you're consciously making them. Therefore, you think, well, I have free will. That's an illusion. within the egoic world. But isn't it nice to think you have free will? But think again, isn't it also nice to know that we are all interconnected and we all dance together? When we begin to recognize that and dance to a more profound rhythm, everything changes. Behind the illusion, behind the subconscious mind, within the infinite field of everything, we're all one. Oh, there is so much to talk about here in the illusion. Oh, I was thinking about another. I wrote another thing some time ago, another video, and I think it was called Chopping Wood, Carrying Water. And I used the Zen koan. I said, before enlightenment, and that's what you meditate, and that's what you think about, and that's what you contemplate. Before enlightenment, you chop wood and you carry water. You work in the egoic world. After enlightenment, after you move behind this, after you know this, you still chop wood and carry water here in the illusion. Until we see each other again, be good to yourself. Bye now.